Hey, this is Killy, and we were Daily Chiefers.
Alright, so we'll start it off, obviously, just like a general question, like how'd you get into music, how long ago, like who were some of your influences growing up that kind of like made you want to do music type shit?
So basically, the first time I knew I wanted to do music was, I was in the car and I heard Jesus Walks on the radio, and that was my first time I ever music actually caught my attention. So yeah, and then since then I started doing writing bars in grade 7, grade 8 to MF Doom beats and shit. And then from there, it's just been progression. Yeah.
That's like one thing I've noticed. I like your production style. I think you pick one of the best beats and your beat selection. What's your process to that?
I just came back from a meeting and they're like, so how long does it take you to find a beat? And I'm like, or how many beats you go through before? And I said 400, bro. It's for me to find something I have to if I don't get that feeling I get when I first find a beat, then I don't write to it. 'Cause it's just a waste of time. If I can't make the shit better than my last, then I don't even want to waste time doing it. I'm gonna just put that time to finding the next best thing, you know? That's
Speaking of your recording process, is it like a lengthy one, or you kind of are more of in the moment and energy type stuff, or?
Yeah. Before I used to be on some pay $50 an hour shit, working at a grocery store type shit. So I would write songs. I'd write spend hours in front of my computer speakers just writing these songs, and then would go in and buy 3 hours, spend $150 and record enough songs for a month or something type shit, you know. Now that I can be in studios and shit, it's kind of
a little bit different.
Yeah, I have the liberty to be creative and shit. So try new. Killamonjaro was actually the first time I was able to just chill out and try new things and relax. It's my first time in a studio where I could just be creative and not stress about anything else. So.
Do you try to angle towards experimentation? Because you make music that's different than anybody in my opinion. So what do you try that, or is it just more of a general of I've been with you for a little bit right now, and it's more I can already get the gist of it that you're kind of just a different person in general. So are you just kind of just perpetuating who you are, or is it kind of something that you it was more of a process, I want to make different music, or just I think I'm different, I'm gonna make music?
Basically what I do is I just translate my energy, emotions, and I think mood into sound. And ultimately, art is expression. Art is self-expression. So I just got really good at translating myself into sound, I think. And there's a lot of good artists, and I think the craziest artists, like Kanye or some shit, he has almost mastered that. He can thoroughly, with the help of others, obviously, but he can just thoroughly translate what's in his head, what he feels, into sound waves, and that's why we try to do. That's why I call my music energy music.
I agree. I think you do well at capturing a moment, to be honest with you. I think it's that's why I think people gravitate towards it, because it's really they can put it on and feel an emotion that if they're kind of oh, I want to feel better, I could put this song on to get their mood better, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm
just waiting for to have a project, to have a themed, because if you listen to all my songs, they're done by all different producers. They're all different, sound different. They're not they still sound like Killy, but they don't follow the same avenue as, you know, structure.
Yeah, Distance is super different from Killamonjaro, and I think it's getting the same rapport from it, but it's yo, these records are completely different, even from your earlier records as well.
That was definitely a strategic thing I had to do, because Killamonjaro, I deadass knew that was I named that song after myself. Before Killamonjaro, the video, there was Lil Killamonjaro, Killy type shit, you know. But I knew how polarizing that song and video would be for me. So I just named it if I just named it myself, Killamonjaro, and then that was a song that could open the doors, so my other artistry that didn't maybe connect with everyone could connect easier with everyone, I guess. So I don't know, Killamonjaro is easy because you don't need to understand what I'm saying to have fun to it and turn up, you know. Whereas if I release some of my other songs where I'm talking about fucking misery and sorrows. Like that's not a good first look.
Yeah.
All the time, you know, like. So yeah.
It doesn't bridge the fandom. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Killamonjaro is easy for people to kind of get into your deeper shit.
That's exactly. So it's like Killamonjaro is like. You might fuck with Killy, you might not, but you fuck with the song. If you fuck with Killy, then you have more shit to follow up on, like Distance is the next, and like shit like that. So
for sure. And as far as like, obviously I talked about this earlier with you, like your energy and your crowd, bro. I think it would translate perfectly to your music. I think if you didn't have the same way you kind of performed, I don't think you would get the same like
bro, if you don't
buzz.
Fuck with my music before like I perform, you're gonna fuck with my music after. Just cause like, bro, you could be deaf, but you'll still just respect the energy like on stage, like the stage presence. It's just it's a good experience, bro. Like,
I've seen it, bro. Honestly, like just watching your Instagram videos, I literally want to go check out a show. So whenever you come to New York, let me know for sure.
Facts.
Another thing I wanted to talk about was just more. Obviously, you said you never had a project. Like, are you working towards a project?
Bro, I could drop a project right now if I want to.
Like, you have that much, like, you have recorded music on.
Yeah, it's just about, it's about timing. It's about the perfect timing.
Okay, so like, you're kind of just waiting for, I'm a big proponent on timing. I tell a lot of artists, like, you know, you make some good music, but, like, sometimes it's just not meant for you right now. Like, just keep at it, you know?
Like, okay, so I recorded Killamonjaro in, like, last summer. I released it in February. The reason why I held it for half a year, because like the audio was always there, but like now in this day and age, like in the music industry, music's only 50% of. Obviously, real word recognized real. If you have good music, it's gonna get recognized. But like before I filmed the Killamonjaro video, I knew that if I really wanted it to pop off the way it has, I needed my brand to match the sound. So like sonically, like Killamonjaro was up here, but like I needed a proper videographer. I needed my Louis scarf with my braids and shit to have like for aesthetic purposes, like to really capture, to once again translate the sound into visuals. I wanted it to match perfectly, so I waited half a year to grow my brand and stuff before I even dropped.
I mean, that's respectable as hell, because a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah.
They just kind of like just throw music at the wall.
Yeah, never have your learning process in the public eye. That's my biggest.
No, I agree.
Biggest tip.
And I think also, and I want to hear your thoughts on this, I think a lot of new artists, they want to make projects instead of working on their craft, and it falls upon deaf ears in my opinion. I think a lot of these people, they'll craft up like 15-song projects, and it's really like, I don't think the kids are really picking at this project, they're more just looking for songs.
I'm going to tell you like this, basically, we're in an age where humans as a race haven't progressed as fast as we have ever. Like today, like it gets faster but day by day. So like the fact that I can release 2 videos and like I'm here in New York meeting with you guys doing interviews and shit is like people release a whole catalog of music and never get to a point like this. It's just like it's all about like putting out quality and like and timing, bro, because like people's attention spans are like this now. Like if your project's not A1, then you know.
Yeah, and I think quality over quantity is something that you're definitely focused on. Like you don't have like 10 tracks on your SoundCloud.
Everything that's Killy is out on the internet. I've never deleted a song. I've never like. It's
so you kind of waited
bro.
for your
Even
maturation
my Instagram
process,
pictures, bro. Like if you scroll back, like you can see the glow up, bro. Like you
I
see
did.
me
No,
in
I
high
checked it
school
today.
and shit with like you know what I'm saying, like.
And that's cool. I think you didn't even change your own like Instagram name. I think you just kind of kept it like where it's been the whole time.
I actually did change my Instagram.
Oh, you
It
did?
used to be Hood Hokage.
Okay.
Now it's just Killy.
Okay. Oh, you did change it.
Yeah.
That's on your Twitter though.
Yeah, it is my Twitter. I was sad when I changed it, but I was missing out on a lot of people fucking with me because they couldn't find my Instagram.
I feel like a lot of people. I mean, I know a lot of people have said, "Yo, check out Killy," and then they go and like, I can't find it.
Yeah, I can't find anything about it and shit. Like, but that's the cool part about it, bro. Like, that's cool because like. This is like one of my first interviews, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not too much to like out there, like in the public eye but with time, like music's gonna come in.
Obviously, and now that you're working on the obviously you're working on a project you haven't really sat on there. Is there something that you're like? Is there a future collaboration you kind of want to work with? Who's something you dream about like working with, or like something that you think is different, or like something you're trying to put on maybe a new project?
That's a tough one, bro. I don't really want to work with that many rappers, to be honest. Like I grew up on hip hop and like reggae, but I never really experienced like like growing up, my friends were either white or black. So like all my like white friends like put me on a rock. Like they're super. And growing up, I never had like my family like. So like just recently, I got into like listening to like 1970s rock and stuff, and like I'd be interested in like working with people with that type of sound rather than like
a rapper.
Yeah, because I feel like bro, the state of rap right now is fucked.
Yeah, I agree.
It's kind of fucked.
That's kind of why I like your music. You're kind of more of like a rock star in my opinion. It's
my shit is I just like mixing the ignorance of trap and the artistic value that hip hop has, and just finding that perfect balance.
Yeah,
someone that does it well is Travis Scott and Nestle.
Yeah,
those two guys are crazy with it.
I definitely think both of those. I mean, both of them kind of have their own sound too. So, and I think you have your own sound. I think when you kind of like mix what you're influenced by of like kind of what you're trying to put out there, you'll get what you kind of have right now.
It's about finding that balance. Like
how has living in Canada or living in Toronto like influenced you? Because I know there's like one of the most different landscapes is definitely Toronto.
Jeez. So basically, like I was born in Toronto and I moved to British Columbia, the next side of Canada, and I grew up there. And then in high school, I moved back to Toronto. So doing that allowed me to see like a lot of different perspectives. Like I'm from the east end of Toronto. It's not like the craziest place ever. Like so moving from like somewhere like Toronto to BC, which is like suburbia, predominantly Caucasian influence, and then moving back to the Scarborough, Toronto for my high school years, which is like I don't even know how to explain Scarborough. Like it's just
a different place.
Yeah, like it's not the place you go to visit in Toronto, basically. Being able to see both sides really like allowed me to be really versatile and like connect with. What the fuck was the question?
What is Canada like? How has that influenced you in Toronto?
Okay. Yeah, so seeing both sides definitely influenced me because now I can like, I feel like I can connect with like a vast amount of people because I look Asian, you know, was raised in a black household, predominantly Caucasian city, going to a francophone school, moving back to Toronto, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that right there is just a lot of different walks of life, and I feel like if you can connect with as many, then like if you can connect with as many people as you can, and that's how like successful
you can be.
Yeah, you can be, I guess. You know. Like,
I agree. I mean, I kind of wanted to ask that question because as a fan, like I've always noticed that like your music, it seems like you've been taken to a different, like you've seemed like you've been through a lot, if you will. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things. Like as far as like what you're writing, it's not even just the music you're making. I think the words that you're using is kind of like it really does tell you in a different place.
I get my feelings.
Yeah. But no, it's good though because it's like for people that really want to take it to the next level. I think that is why people are gravitating towards you. I think people don't think you're a one-stop shop. It's like I can get whatever I want to get at.
Yeah.
Also, just kind of wrap it up. Like, what's your future plans? Like, I know you're new in the game. Like, what's something you want to tell the people?
I'm about to take over, bitch. That's about it.
All right, let's do it. All right, brother. Let's go.
Thanks so much.
Of course, bro. Pumped to even just have you in here.
Cameraman, shout out the camera guy. No, I'm gonna grab this. Shout. Yeah, that way.